In today's video, we are going to talk about the recent case between Google and CCI. So let's understand what the CCI is first. CCI is a statutory body established under the Competition Act of 2002. Its job is to maintain and ensure fair competition in the economic activities of the country. CCI can either take actions suo motu or on the complaints by the injured party. Recently, Google has been penalized by the CCI twice in a month for close to 2,300 crores. There are two reasons for this. Number one, for anti-competitive practices in relation to Android mobile devices. Number two, for pushing Google Play mandatory billing system for paid apps and in-app purchases for unfair practices. And this is not the first time that Google has been penalized. In the past, Google has been penalized for billions of dollars by the European Union for similar reasons. Recently, Android, which is Google's operating system, has got close to 70% of the market share in India. This helps Google to maintain the dominant position in the market and enjoy the kind of monopoly it holds. With these agreements in place, the competitors stood no chance in the market and resulted in closing their businesses and also limiting the options for the consumers. CCI has laid down a slew of measures which Google has to comply with. The Commission has barred Google from forcing OEMs to pre-install a bouquet of Google applications. Further, it specified that OEMs must not be restrained to choosing from amongst Google's proprietary applications for pre-installation in mobile devices. Also, Google is prohibited from offering any monetary or any other incentives to OEMs or form of entering into any agreements with OEMs for ensuring exclusivity for its search services. In another CCI ruling, Google has been fined Rs 1,337 crores for mandatory usage of Google's Play billing system for paid applications and in-app purchases, which constitutes unfair conditions for app developers. Thus, Google is found to be involved in taking advantage of its dominant position. Google's Play Store constitutes the main distribution channel for app developers in Android mobile ecosystem, which allows its owners to monetize the app developed in the market. For in-app digital goods to be distributed or purchased by the users, developers must configure their apps so that all purchases of digital goods go through Google's payment system, which processes the transaction. Google's Play Store policies require the app developers to exclusively and mandatorily use GPBS not only for receiving payments for apps distributed or sold through the Google's Play Store, but also for certain in-app purchases. In short, all buying and selling of digital goods should be done mandatorily using Google's Play billing system. And if app developers do not comply with Google's policy of using GPBS, they are not permitted to list their apps on Play Store, and thus they would lose a vast pool of potential customers in form of Android users. The CCI said it examined the allegations of exclusion of rival UPI apps and found out that Google Pay has been integrated with intent flow methodology, whereas other UPI apps can be used through collect flow methodology. Intent flow offering significant advantages to both customers and merchants, and the success rate with the intent flow methodology being higher due to lower latency. Google has informed the Commission that it has recently changed the policy and has allowed rival UPI apps to be integrated with the intent flow technology. This act of Google is a tantamount to limiting technical development in the market in-app payment processing services, which is a violation of the provisions of the CCI Act. CCI has imposed financial penalties on Google in order to change its mandatory policies of providing a choice of other payment process apps to be integrated by the app developers. In the future, we might see many more such fines that might be imposed on Google for activities as promoting its own website on its search engine. EU has already fined Google for having such practices in place, where EU has made a remark that such practices by Google does not give Google a search engine status. With this adverse remark, it also imposes penalties for giving priority to its own website as compared to other non-paid websites, which are a tantamount to killing the competition with having a dominant market position in place. So this is the end of the video. If you like the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing the channel. Please tell me in the comments what video do you want next. Thank you.